let's start it. So any of the apps, suppose I'll open maybe anything. If I'll open HDFC Bank, so something is coming up, right? Something is coming up. This is nothing but this is an activity. Okay. In general term, activity means different. Okay, and in mobile, activity means different. Okay. So note it down. What is an activity? What is an activity? Tell me. What is an activity? What is an activity? Activity is nothing but it represents a screen. What is an activity? Activity means nothing but screen. Okay, so activity means nothing but it is a screen. Now sometimes what will happen, one big screen you can divide into different portions, right? Okay, and each portions are called fragments. What are those called? Fragments. Okay, so here only we will have one more concept called fragment. So what is a fragment? Fragment is nothing but part or portion of an activity. Okay, fragment is separate discussion only, we will discuss while going through. Okay, so activity means screen, and what is fragment? Fragment means the part of your activity, or if you are dividing your screen into small chunk of, what is that called, portions. Okay, so those will be called your fragments. Okay, fragment we'll discuss in the one separate class only. Okay, so we'll concentrate on activity for timing. Okay, so so now I'll tell you two statements. You tell me which is wrong, which is correct. Okay, activity can exist without fragment. Okay, and another I am telling, fragment can exist without activity. Okay, so which is wrong, which is correct? First one is correct. Okay, so activity, one screen, without portion also you can have one screen, right? Okay, but portion cannot exist without your activity. To have fragment, we must have your activity in your wherever you are doing your coding. Okay, so that's what. So activity can exist without fragment. Yeah, it is true. Okay, activity can exist without fragment, but fragment cannot exist without activity. Okay, so if somebody will ask what is the difference between activity and fragment, this is the first difference which you should say. Activity can exist without fragment, but fragment cannot exist without activity. Activity can exist without fragment, but fragment cannot exist without activity. Something like, see, in mobile I open this. Okay, so I am getting some screen, right? This is nothing but activity. Got it, right? So activity is nothing but a screen. Okay, yeah, now similar to human being. Okay, so let's go over there. Okay, so how human being, is having some sort of life cycle, right? Okay, people will take birth, okay, they'll become kid, okay, then they'll become little bit young, okay, they'll go to school, then they'll become adult, okay, then they will be old, then they will die. So this is the normal human being life cycle, right? So similarly to your human being, activity will have its own life cycle. Activity will also take birth, activity will become mature, okay, activity will become old, and it will die. Are you able to understand? So exactly similar to your human being life cycle, activity is also having some sort of life cycle, okay. So in this chapter we will try to understand what sort of things will be there, okay. So a human being will be baby, then child, then all those things will be there, then it will at last will die, so will go from this earth, okay. So similarly to this, activity will have its own life cycle, okay. So activity will take birth in one of those callback called on create. What is the callback? On create. Okay, so on create is the first call to an activity. What is the first call to an activity? On create. On create means activity is getting created. Okay. Okay, what is the so just note it down. What is an on create? We'll see with practical, then it will be more clear. What is an on create? Or create is nothing but the first call to an activity. The first call to an activity. Okay, then one callback comes into picture called on start. What is the callback called? On start. Okay, so try to understand one scenario. Okay, so suppose one activity is coming into your mobile like this. Activity is coming into your mobile. Okay, so on create means it got created, and second is completely in your visible. So in between some transition period is there, right? From here to here. Are you able to understand? Activity got created, it cannot show suddenly, right? It will take some time to come here, right? This transition period is nothing but on start. Are you able to understand what I am telling? Okay. So what is an on start? On start is nothing but this transition period. Okay. So we will discuss about on start after some time. Okay. One more is called on resume. What is the callback called? On resume. Okay. So on resume means that understand activity got created. Now it came completely visible. Completely visible is on resume. Got it, right? So what is the callback when your screen is completely visible? On resume. Okay. So on resume is the callback. Callback when screen or activity is completely visible. Completely visible means people will be start interacting with the screen. Okay, people will click on the button. Okay, they will scroll. Okay, anything, whatever you want to do with the screen, you can do. So before on resume, user don't have any control. User cannot work with this on create and on start. User can start interacting with the screen only and only after, tell me which, on resume only. So now what is on start? On start is nothing but transition period in between on create and on resume. So what is an on start? On start is nothing but transition period between your on create and on resume. It is still in background processing. stop movement. Okay, so got it right. So what is on start? On start is between on create and on resume. This is the time between on create and completely visible. Okay, yeah. Now so on resume means user will be able to interact with it. Okay, so now this is your screen. What is the current state? Tell me. It is on resume. Okay, sometimes what will happen, some other screen might come on top of this, right? Are you able to understand? Then what will happen, this screen will go to background. First screen will go to background, second screen will be on the top of your screen. Okay, there will be two screens. One screen is in background, one screen is foreground. So currently which screen are you seeing? Second screen. Okay, so in this case, this first screen will be in one of the state called on stop. What is the call? On stop. Okay, so what is the callback here? On stop. Okay, on start. What is on stop? Tell me. On stop is nothing but the callback when the screen is completely in background. On stop means one screen will be completely in background. Now any other screen is in on resume basically. The screen which we are following is no more in on resume. It came to your on stop. On stop means background. Okay. Now try to understand. On create to on resume. This is transition period, right? One of the transition period. Another transition period is trying to understand on resume to on stop. Are you able to understand? It is in on resume completely showing. Now it is going to background. So this is also one of the transition period, right? So that transition period is nothing but that is called on pause. What is that called? On pause. Okay. What is on pause? On pause is nothing but transition between on resume to on stop. Okay, on stop. Now suppose sometimes what will happen, suppose you will kill the screen, means screen is no more valid, it got killed. Okay, so similar to this, screen might finish, right? It will no more be in your in foreground or background. No, foreground also is not there, background is also not there. Okay, that means that screen is no more with us. Okay, so that callback is nothing but on destroy. What is the callback? On destroy. Okay, so on destroy means what will happen? Activity got destroyed. Activity got dead. Activity got dead or destroyed. Okay. Activity got destroyed in on destroy. Now suppose one screen is in on stop. First screen is on stop, second screen, tell me what this is second, this is first. Okay, so what is the state of your first screen? On stop. What is the state of your second screen? On resume. Okay, now suppose second screen you will destroy it, right? Then this screen will come here, right? It is coming up, right? Okay, so this it cannot directly come here. Okay, so if any of the screen is on stop, it must go through here one this callback, the callback which is coming here. He is going off and the other screen is coming up. Alright, so this is on restart. What is this called? On restart. Okay, so in between on stop and on start, if it is coming up once again. Okay, so what is the callback we are having here? Here we are having one of the callback called, what is the one? On restart. On restart means the screen was in background, it is coming to foreground once again. Okay. So what is on restart? From background screen is coming to foreground once again. Hey, yeah. Give me your table here. It is another guy. Take it, okay? Okay, so any doubt till now? No doubt. Okay, it is pretty simple. Okay, yeah. Now before going to this, okay, let's try to understand some of the things. Okay, so I'll show you. You just tell me what you just did. Okay, so it is creating. What is the style? On create, on start, okay, on resume. On create, on start, on resume. On resume means completely visible. Okay, now if I'll destroy it, what should be the callback? Tell me. I'll destroy it, then what will happen? On pause, on stop, on destroy. So that's what. On create, on start, on resume. If I'll destroy it, destroy means this one. On restart will not come. Why? Because we are not going again. Okay, so what should happen? On pause means on pause means transition period. On pause, on stop, background, then destroy. Okay, this is the normal. On create, on start, on resume. On pause, on stop, on destroy. On destroy means finish. No more valid. Okay. Now tell me on create, on start, on resume. What is current state? On resume. I will start one new screen from here. I will start new screen from here. Okay. Then tell me what should be the state. Tell me what will happen. What will happen to first? It will go to on pause. On pause will wait. Okay. Then what will happen to this? On create, on start, on resume, then it will go to on stop. Got it, right? So here the trick is very simple. On pause is the place where your screen will wait so that other screen will come into picture completely, then he will go to on stop. Similar to that, I mean, if I am working in office, okay, so suppose we are having some client, okay, so they need 24/7 support. Now my office timing is till 3. Let's think about, suppose my office timing is till 3, okay, and one guy is coming, but he is little late today, maybe half an hour late. Then should I leave from there? I should not leave, right? If I leave it, there should be some problem, we never know, right? Okay, so I will be waiting for the person to come. When he'll come, then I'll leave. Got it, right? So that waiting period is here on pause. Are able to understand? So on pause is the place where the other screen will keep on waiting. When other screen came into picture completely, then he will go to destroy or whatever things will be there. Got it, right? So tell me what will happen. On create, on start, on resume. I clicked on the button, new screen is coming, then what should happen? On pause, on create, on start, on resume, then what it will go to on stop. On stop means it is in the background. If I press back button of my mobile, what will happen? Tell me. This one will destroy, right? So on pause, on stop, on destroy. On destroy will happen, but try to understand what will happen. It will go to on pause. This one will go to on restart, on start, on resume. Then it will go to on stop, on destroy. So on pause is the place where your screen will wait for the other screen to take over completely. Okay. So we'll see that with the example. Then it will be more clear. Okay. So how to see the callback? We will have some sort of log Okay, what is log? What is log? If you want to see the step by step which method is getting called from which class, okay, so how to find it out, we'll use the log only. Okay, so typically we are having some sort of syntax. We do log dot I means info, okay, I means info, log dot e means error, log dot d means debug. These are three format of a log. What are those? Info, error and debug. Okay, so typically this error will be red color. Okay, color will be red. I will see that in our example. This one will be your blue color and info will be in your green color. Okay, not always. Okay, so it depends upon the syntax which we are using. Okay, so in your Eclipse it was the color, but in another story some other colors will come, but this red is sure. Problem means your red color. Okay, yeah. Now sometimes here log dot w is also one of those. Okay, w means warning. W means warning. Okay, w means warning. Okay, so let's try to look into the things which we have discussed about. Okay, so tell me, what is the first callback of your activity? Are you able to see this main activity is an app compact activity? Okay, so this is also type of activity. So now I want to get all the callback. So what is the first callback to an activity? Tell me. On create. So in Android Studio, just open any of the activity. Okay, just type of on C. You want to write create, right? So on C, automatically it should give us some options. Okay, sorry, it is already there. Are you able to see? On create is already there. Okay, yeah. Now if you want to show something in log, then how you can show? Log dot I means info I want to give. Okay, and whenever I will do log, there will be two things. One is called tag, another is called message. So for timing tag, I can give anything, something like test is my tag. What is the tag? Test is my tag. And in which method my current log is? On create. So just put this on create here. Okay, now whenever on create method would be called, automatically this particular message will be displayed in your log. Okay, similar to this, what is the other call? Tell me, other callback. On create, then on start. So on start, are you able to see? When I'll do on start, see, on start is the one which came here. On start is the one which came here. Okay, now I want to show in the log. So how will you show? Tell me. I can just copy this. Put it over there. Okay, and I'll make it is a on start. Got it, right? Now when this method will call, automatically it should print this particular log. Okay, and tag, it is best practice, keep the same tag name so that it would be easier for you to filter it out. Okay, we'll show the filter, how to put the filter also. For timing, I'm just writing the code. Okay, now what is the callback? This is on start. Then check it in your notebook. What is that one? Next one, on resume. Okay, so I will go on resume. I will say this is your on resume. Again, what I want to do, you just want to have the callback. So you can put it. If you are putting before super, then keep all you just put it before. So whenever on resume will come, I want to show the output called on resume. Okay, something like you can show I am in on create, I am in on start, I am in on resume. Okay, After that, tell me, after on resume, what was the callback? On pause. Now whenever you will go to background, so on pause, you just copy this and put this as a on pause. I am in what? On pause. Then tell me what is the one? On stop. On stop. Just put this particular call. I am in on stop. Okay. Now if it is coming back once again, in this case, as we are having only one screen, no chance of coming back, right? When two screen will be there, then it can come. But for timing, let's note it down. So what is the one? What was there? On restart. What is the callback? On restart. Do I have any problem? Which is the one? On restart. Just choose the first one. Okay. On restart. I am in on restart. Okay. If your screen is destroyed, what is the callback? On destroy. So just type ONDDE on destroy. Okay. Just copy this and just change this to on destroy. Okay. Now let's try to understand how to put the filter in the log. Okay, so you go to this Android monitor. Are you able to see here? Go to Android monitor. Go to Android monitor. It will take some time to initialize it. Okay. Now here, are you able to see? Just right click. Okay. Are you able to no filter? Okay. So now, if you want to see all the things, first it should be verbose. Verbose means everything it will show. It will show error also, it will show normal log also. So what should be set? Verbose. Are you able to see something is happening? All the logs are keep on coming. Are you able to see something? I mean, wait, debug. Okay, and then verbose. Something is happening, right? It is keep on happening. So what is happening? Because in my mobile many processes will keep on running, right? Maybe battery manager, maybe packet manager. So only this log will be keep on generating some sort of logs basically. Those are system level logs. So we are not worrying about that. We are worrying about the project which we are doing. So what is the project name? Some main activity. So layout example. So if you want to create the filter, what you do? You can create filter from here, right hand side. Right click on it. Are you able to see here one of the options is called edit filter configuration. Just click on this. Click on this. You can create the filter here. You just give the name of that filter. Suppose I am giving the name of filter called testing. You can give any name. Okay, testing is one of those names which I am giving. And what all logs you want to catch? You want to catch where tag name is testing. So whenever you create log, there are two things. One is called tag name, another is called message. So I want to filter out all the tag name which is having testing, all this. So what I'll put the tag name. Okay, and that's all. So now we don't have any log for the testing tag. Okay, so now we'll run this code. Let me close the old application which we are having, right? Okay, so okay, we'll go here, layout exercise, right? So let me uninstall this. We're installing this app. Now we don't have a layout exercise. We will run this code. Okay, so it will be running. Okay, so what callback will come? Tell me. On create, on start, on resume. Okay, here also in your log you will see on create, on start, on resume. Okay, when you click on press back button, what will happen? On pause, on stop, on desktop. We will see. I mean, so let it be running, then we will get that log. So sometimes what will happen in your log, you are concentrated. You want to get all the log.d. Then what you can do? You can do debug. If you need only info, then info. I means info. D means debug. W means warning. And what is error? Error means E. So sometimes you are not worrying about info. You just want to see the error. What you do? You can filter it like this. But what is verbose? Verbose will give you everything. So what is verbose? Verbose is combination of all the logs basically. Right? So for timing, let's have this verbose only. Yeah, so it is going to show you that screen. We will observe very closely. Yeah, so build is almost complete. Now it should give us the indexing is the last step. Now it should come up in your screen. Okay, so we will see the log also. Be very careful with the log, what is coming up first. Okay, it is installing in our mobile. Yeah, so see here what is the log coming. Nothing came here. Okay, any problem? Do you have any problem with the filter? Let's see. Testing. Not correct. Test is there. Sorry. Our what is our filter name? Test. Okay. So what we have to do? We have to change our filter name. So we'll go here. Edit filter configuration. What is the tag name? Test is our filter name. So test should give us. Otherwise, all the things are coming. Okay. So now ignore this, the other thing which are coming now, this test. So let's try to make it testing only. Okay, then we'll get the actual thing. Testing, because with test many log will come up, so we are not concentrating on many log. We just want to have those logs. Okay, so we'll just run once again. So now we have to edit the what we are giving testing. Okay. Testing, we don't have any log. Let it be coming. That is installing our app. Okay. So what should come? On create, on start, on resume. Okay. So see what is coming. I am in on create, on start, on resume. On resume means completely visible. So this, because of this mobile, because what is happening, I am casting it in our laptop, right? So you are not able to get the actual picture of it. Okay, so this screen is coming late. Okay, but ultimately what happens? On create, on start, on resume. So what is the current state? On resume. Now on resume you can do everything. You can scroll, you can click on the button, all those stupid things you can do, whatever you want to do. Okay, now tell me, if I want to destroy this activity, how will destroy? You press on the back button. Okay, so let's press on the back button. What happened? So what should be the callback? Tell me. If I'll press back button, on pause, on stop, on destroy. So let me press on the back button. See, on pause, on stop, on destroy. So this is coming slow. Why? Because in my mobile it is coming fast. Because of casting, you are not able to get the real time thing basically. Okay, so what happened? See, on pause, on stop, on destroy. So what is on pause? On pause means it is going to background. So on stop means completely in background. On stop means over. I mean, are you able to see that screen now in your mobile? No. So that means that screen is destroyed basically. No, that got died. Any doubt till now? Whatever we have studied, we have no doubt, right? Okay. So now let's try to understand. Okay. So before going to the next screen, okay. So we want to show with the two screen combination. Okay. So before going to next screen, let's try to understand how to get the click listener of your mobile. Because suppose in my mobile, okay, so I'll open that particular activity, I'll open that activity, I'll open this activity. Okay, now when I click on this button, I want to catch that clicking of that button. You have to catch it, then only you can do your work, right? Whatever you want to, whether you want to go to the other screen, whether you want to open Facebook application on click of that, whether you want to open WhatsApp, you never know. I mean, so whatever task you want to do. So what is the first target you must have? You must have to catch that user is clicking on the button. Got it, right? So now today we'll try to understand how to catch that clicking event. If you are able to catch that clicking event, you can do anything, whatever you want to do. Okay, so let's try to have the clicking event. So there are 5 ways to get the click event. Okay, so initially you will feel little complicated, but when you will keep on using it, it will be very simple for you. Okay, so the first way is very simple. Observe very closely. Suppose I want to get the click event of this button. What is the button? Not SK, whatever things are there. Okay, so if you want to get the click event of this button, you just go to the button. Okay, you write one of those attribute called on click. You will find one of those attribute called on click. Are you able to see? On click. What is the attribute name called? On click. Okay, and give any name, something like first click. You have to write the method name. What is your method name? First click. Okay, now this is your view. Who controls everything? View and model? Controller. And who is your controller? Activity is a controller, which we have already seen in the previous tutorial. Okay, so now I want to get the click event of this. I'll go in our activity is a controller. I'll go down. Okay, and I'll write one of the method which will have public void the method name. What is the method name? First click, because I want to call this method from that screen, right? So that's why I am using the method name called first click. Okay, and what is the parameter we have to pass? We have to pass the parameter called view. What is the parameter? View, because your button is a view, right? So you want to get the view, what view you are clicking basically. Okay, yeah, so this is your first click. Okay, now whenever I will click on the button where the callback will come, it will come here in this particular line. Okay, line number what will be executed? Line number 55 will be executed. Now sometimes in your mobile a small sort of message comes, right? Yeah, money got transferred successfully. Some sort of alert comes, right? Alert will come in your web page. Those are called alert called. In your Android, those are called toast. What is this called? Toast, not that eating toast. Okay, this is different. This is your mobile toast. Okay, so toast. So how to create a toast? Observe very closely. TOAST. Okay, toast. Choose the second one. What one will choose? Choose the second one. Create a new toast. Automatically Android will do everything. Okay, and here just write you have clicked me. Revolution. I just want to get the click listener. So as soon as I will click the button where the callback will come, it should come to 56 and it should show me the alert called you have clicked me. Okay, so let's try to run this code. You will be able to get it now. Okay, so let it be running. If you want to show in the log also, that also you can do. What you can do, like this only. You can just type here you have clicked me. Then what will happen? In log also it will come. Okay, yeah, so it is launching activity. activity came, and on which button click we have given first number. Okay, so let's click on this button. What we are getting, see, you have clicked me. Got it, right? That means you are able to catch that any of the user is clicking on me. I mean clicking on that button. Any doubt till now? So this is the first way to get the click listener. Okay, there are many ways which we'll see while going through. Okay, this is the first way. So what is the first way? What is the first way? Tell me. What is the first way to get the click listener? Okay, go to the XML. XML means your view, where you are getting view. Okay. Put the attribute. What is the attribute name? On click. On click is the attribute name. On click. Okay, and here you type what method you want to call. Okay, so any method, something like, in this case, what is our method name? First click is your method name. Put the attribute on click in your XML. Okay, now where will go? Go to controller. Who is your controller? Tell me. Main activity. Depending upon your implementation, it can differ also. Go to controller main activity. There you have to write what is the method name? Public void, then same name what you have given over there. Okay, same name. Okay, and what do you write? View. Yeah, this is the folder. Now here you can get the toast. This is the line which would be called. Okay, just follow those videos, you will be able to find it. Okay, I'm just giving you a brief idea. Okay, so this is the first way to get the click listener. Okay, but the way how we are doing this one will not work in fragment. This one will be working only in activity. Okay, in fragment one it will not work in this way. Okay, so if you want to see that, the other one will look into the second type. So how you can get a click listener. So how will you get the click listener? We will just comment out whatever things we have done from here. Okay, so I will just remove it. Okay, how to get the second way? So before doing anything in the second way, you must give ID to your button. Okay, so how to give an ID, how to create a new ID at the rate of plus ID. Okay, so we will do that at the rate of plus ID. I'll give the name called button1. What is the name of that? Button1 is the ID of this. So as soon as I'll do at the rate of plus ID, automatically this particular ID will be created in r.java file. R.java file is configuration file, right? Where, so not configuration, all the IDs will be there, right? So it will create there. Now see, XML will have ID. You want to catch it in your activity. So how to catch it? We are having one of the method called find view by ID. What is the method name? Find view by ID. Okay, so how to catch it? I want to catch it in my controller, so I'll go to my controller. Here I have to write that always your variable must be private. Why private? Because of encapsulation. Which view you want to catch? You want to catch button, so we'll have button. You want to catch button, so I'll use this button. Okay, now you want to catch this view, so how to catch it? Find view by ID. What is the method name? Find view by ID. Always find view by ID will be after set content view. Okay, so button equal to, what is the method name? Find view by ID. So just type find view, automatically it should give us some options. Find view by ID. Which ID you want to catch? You want to catch button 1. Okay, so we will do r dot id dot button 1. This is the ID which you want to catch. Okay, now see, there is some problem. So what is the shortcut to quick fix? Tell me. Alt enter, if you remember. Okay, so we will do alt enter, automatically it will give us. What is the option you want to choose? Cast to button. So I have casted to the button. Why I have casted? Because find view by ID will give you the generic view, which will be button, which can be anything, text view, all the stupid things will be there. Okay, so many things will be there. Now we got the button. So we got, so try to understand, you are having XML, one button is there, you are able to catch this button. So in your controller you got that button, you are able to get the reference of this button. Okay, now what you want to do, you want to get the click listener. So how to do? Button dot, observe very closely, one of those method is called set on click listener. What is the method name? Set on click listener. So here just type set on click listener. What is the method name? Set on click listener. It will listen your click, basically. That's why it is called set on click listener. Okay, now this method is asking for something. What is it asking for? It is waiting for on click listener. So I'll create one. How to create an object? New, just do control space, automatically it will give you the option. Just use the first one, or the one on click listener. That's all. Over, your task is over. Now whenever I'll click on the this button means which one? Button 1. Where the callback will come, it will come to method called on click. Okay, here you can show anything. If you want to have toast, okay, here you can show something like this is on click listener. Got it, right? So let's try to run this code. The same thing, what message we were getting, some sort of this is the where you click, right? So similarly you will get some sort of message. Okay, yeah. So now see, when I click on this, what message should come? It should give me this is on click listener. So are you able to see? This is on click listener. Got it, right? So this is the way how we'll catch the clicking of the button. I mean you can get the activity what user is doing, basically. Okay, so there are 5 ways. I don't want to confuse. For timing, just concentrate on those 2 ways. While going through, when we will get matured, I mean in terms of Android implementation, then I'll tell you the other ways also. Okay, so just follow these 2 ways. Okay, so what is the second way? Tell me, what is the second way? Okay, so go to the XML file. Okay, create new ID. Now how to create a new ID? At the rate of plus ID. At the plus ID, give the name to that ID, something like maybe anything. In this case, button 1 is the name of that ID. Okay, create a new ID. Now where you go? You have to go to controller. Okay, so then go to controller. Who is your controller? Activity is your controller. Okay, there first thing what you have to do, outside you have to write, you have to get the find view ID. So how to get the find view ID? You have to write private button which is your variable. Okay, now in on create method, inside on create method, okay, after set content view, here you will have this set content view, right? So set content view will be there, right? So r dot layout blah blah blah, I mean whatever things will be there. Okay, so this one will be by default, no need to worry about that. Just below set content view, what you will write? You have to write this called button equal to, what you write? Find view by, I believe it should be by ID. What is the method name? Find view by, B is capital or small? It is your capital, because of camel case. Okay, so r dot id dot, what is the id name? Button 1 is your id name. You have to cast it, so we will cast it with the button. Okay, and here you will do button dot set on click listener. Automatically it will ask you something. So you have just type new, then control space. Okay, you do control space, automatically it will come. So it will come on click listener, some sort of thing will come. Okay, on click listener, and inside this you will have another method called on click. So this is the method which should be called whenever you will click on the button. So yeah, so this is the place. This is the place. Any doubt till now? Whatever we have studied, very simple. Okay. Okay, we will wrap it up here only. So we will see the second part of activity where we will jumble our application with two activities. Because to go to the second activity, you must know this click listener. That's why I told you the click listener. Okay. So both of those you will utilize in the next tutorial. Okay. Okay. Chalo, we'll finish. Uh-huh. We'll let you know. Okay.